What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you for joining us on another smoke session. I'm your boy, Brother Jam.
Boy, Black Hand.
Brother Los on the cam.
And we are the Daily Smoke. Thank you for joining us on another smoke session.
Yes.
What's up, people? How y'all doing today?
Woo, we gonna have a good one for today.
Man,
then.
Okay.
Until then, let's continue this conversation.
Now, hold on. If you're in my age bracket, you know, and I'm 47.
You old, man. You old.
Whatever, nigga. Okay, I earned.
Tearing up on you.
Look, I earned my fucking gray hair, so I'm proud of them motherfuckers.
In 2 weeks, I turned 19. So what?
Whatever, nigga.
1900.
As a matter of fact, as we film this, so look, as we film this, we filming this the day before Los's birthday.
Yes.
So, you know, first of all, I want to give a shout out to my boy. I want to give a shout out to my boy, Brother Los, man. Hey, dude, I have never met a more dedicated, hardworking, you know, just all around good brother, man.
You already said, hard-working brother.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, if I'm your age and I have your energy, then I've done something right. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, man, thank you, brother. Thank you for everything you do for the show. We really appreciate it, you know.
Thank you.
Hey, bro, how could we not acknowledge
we love you, bro.
You know, your birthday,
I love you, bro.
So, cool.
You know, just because I don't have it there right quick.
Love you, bro. Love you, bro.
Exactly, right? So, yeah, man. Yeah, my brother Los is having his birthday tomorrow. So, hey, if y'all want to give him an awesome birthday present, go in and donate on our Cash App, man. $TD Smoke. So it's TDSMOKE. Check it out. If you want to give $1 or $2, that's great. If you want to give $30, that's even better.
Elon Musk, if you're listening.
All we trying to do is make sure we got things for y'all to look forward to, and we're trying to make it better and better every time we do it. So
trying to get them shutters. Trying to get them shutters.
Make sure if you also want to know what's going on with us, check out the website www.thedailysmoke.com. That's THADailysmoke.com. So please check it out, because that's going to let you know what we're going to be talking about, what's coming up. Also, if you want to hang out with us, if you want to come on the show, if you might have an idea, something you want us to talk about, the website is the best place for you to go and submit those ideas. So please check out www.thedailysmoke.com.
It's about you. This is about them.
Exactly. This is the People's Podcast, man. We got good things coming up for you. Wait till y'all, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch the Bleak Haven episode.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
That was an awesome interview with some awesome gentlemen, man.
These are some intelligent brothers, and I love what they're doing.
You know what, man? Yes. Dudes like that give me some hope for the future, because it's good to see that the younger generation hasn't. I won't say fallen by the wayside, because I know there's a lot of young creatives who take their art seriously and their craft seriously. But it confirms what I already suspected. That there was a lot of young cats out there who are really trying to do it, and they're trying to do it right. And those gentlemen at Bleak Haven, they are definitely trying to do it right. So if you haven't watched it, go back and look at that episode. Check it out, and check out Bleak Haven. Right. They have their own content up on YouTube, as well as check out bleakhaven.com. So please,
the website,
yeah, please go check them out, man. But dude, I want to get into this
yes,
giant fucking monsters fighting. What the fuck? Okay, how did we wait so long to talk about this? That's what I'm trying to fucking figure out, because this shit,
the monster verse. Let's get into this shit.
I mean, okay. You can talk about the whole MonsterVerse if you want to. That's cool. I want to talk about fucking Godzilla and King Kong. So you know what? Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
Monsters fighting.
Let's start off right here. So I'm gonna start at Godzilla versus King Kong, because that's where I intended to start. So,
I love me. Yeah, go ahead.
But I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm gonna give you a chance to take us back, because I know you got to take us, you know, way back through history and everything. So I know that's your thing. But all right, so Godzilla versus King Kong, niggas. What? This is like one of the
foundations of our history. Shit.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but I grew up in the 80s, You know, I was born in '74, so I grew up in the '80s. You know, and I was, you know, Saturday mornings. You woke up, you watch your cartoons. For me, I drank coffee in the mornings, but hey, I was a weird kind of kid. So I get up, drink coffee, and I watch cartoons. And then as I'm eating my breakfast, then by that point, the either one or two things would happen. Either kung fu movies would come on,
yes,
or there would be a monster movie that came on.
Both of them. Shit.
And you was batting 1,000 on them Saturdays when you got a kung fu movie and a karate movie. I mean, kung fu movie and a monster movie right after each other.
There was no going outside.
Nah, dude, you was in the house until both of them was over. You know what I'm saying? Your homeboys was just gonna have to wait. You know, because you
10 o'clock to noon, it was that. So
okay,
I'm good.
And total side note, y'all. Total side note. But I know we're supposed to be talking about Godzilla and King Kong, but let's give a shout out to my honestly my favorite monster, Gamera. For those of y'all who don't know, Gamera was a giant turtle, man. Gamera was a giant turtle, and he literally shot fire out of the holes where his arms and legs went.
You don't know where his ass or feet or whatever.
And he spun around. And that's how he got around. Now, what's cool about Gamera, though, is actually as the whole Godzilla franchise started to fall apart, like, you know, people really lost interest in it and started calling it cheesy and you know, it got, like, people said it got stupid. The Gamera movies actually kicked it into high gear and started doing some really amazing shit with, like, the genre of, like, dudes in a costume being the monsters and the giant and the miniatures and all of this kind of stuff. They really, like, pushed that to the limit as far as what you could do and really make a convincing movie as how they shot them. So Gamera actually wound up being the one that kept the genre alive for a long time. So he started off as a joke, but yeah, he actually was one of the ones that pulled the genre through.
And Gamera actually started out in don't quote me quite on this one, but started out in the 70s because they were piggybacking off the Godzilla.
Yeah.
Which started out in 1955.
He definitely was a copycat to begin with.
But it was a good copycat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Damn good copycat. I love me some Gamera.
But
still, it's a turtle. A flying turtle that actually breathes fire.
But okay, as a kid, I used to catch turtles down at the bayou, you know, around where I live. And so that was something I could relate to. I could identify with turtles. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but the flying part.
That's why I even liked Teenage Mutant.
Throw them.
Man, I was not throwing turtles, dude.
I was. Fucking turtles. What?
What?
We're not gonna even talk about the shit you've done with your pets, Bobby. We're not gonna even talk about that.
Rest in peace.
Anyway, so moving back to Godzilla and King Kong, man.
Well, we're gonna have fun tonight.
See, that's why I can't take this nigga nowhere. What?
I'm taking this nigga to Kamapalooza. What? Yeah, we going. We are going, people.
We're going to Kamapalooza, and we're gonna bring you some footage from the show, and we're gonna try to do all 3 days.
No, at least 2 out of the 3 days, because
I was thinking
Saturday and Sunday is when we have a actual panel of artists from going from some that did Walking Dead to others.
So we're gonna do that Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
Okay.
So if they're in Houston, it's in July. I think was it 15, 16, 17?
Yeah.
Or go to their website or wherever the fuck you go.
Check out the Comic Palooza, and those 2 of those days, that Saturday and that Sunday, which I think is the 16th and the 17th of July. We're gonna be there at Comic Palooza. So if y'all want to check us out, y'all want to maybe come out and meet us in person, shake a hand, take a picture. Hey, we post you up on our Instagram and all of that. You know, So you could definitely be a part of the the Daily Smoke family. You know,
I don't know about costumes, but I don't know what I'm going as. But
hey, I have an idea. I have an idea.
I don't even want to know that idea.
Who knows? Y'all might see me dress up. It's a possibility.
Okay.
So yeah, I have a child that likes to sew, so I might be able to talk her into an assignment.
I'm going to Deadpool. So.
Nigga, if you put on a onesie, I'm kicking you.
It's either the Batman or Superman.
You better make it some real armor or some shit. Because if you come in there in a leotard, I'm fucking kicking you.
Hey, if you want to see it, let us know.
Let's see your healing factor, nigga. Come
on. Smoking factor. Keep up.
But yeah,
back to the monsters.
Okay, so back to the monsters at hand, man. All right, so Godzilla, as we know, is one of those. I mean, he's the most iconic, classic, movie monster. Just when you think of big monsters smashing buildings, you think of Godzilla. You know what I'm saying? Godzilla has literally become a cliche.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Even that roar is cliche.
But it's so awesome. Like the fucking dude, when what was it, Pharaoh Monch? You remember when Pharaoh Monch did that song with the Godzilla dun 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 dun?
Yes.
Dun 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 dun. I was like, oh, for the longest time that was my song just because it had that Godzilla track in there, dude. Okay, that was some shit that I love, but yeah, man. Godzilla's just one of those classic movie monsters who, he's always been like the top dog, the most powerful. And the thing that I like is in this latest incarnation of Godzilla, they've played up that aspect of the lore.
Yes.
Getting into him being the apex predator on the planet Earth, and everybody else is going to bow down to him, and if you don't, I'm gonna smash your ass. That's what he does. You know what I'm saying? He was like, because, okay, let's be real. I don't care if this is an unpopular opinion, whatever. Okay.
What you got?
Fucking Kong got his ass whooped. Okay.
Yeah, that whole.
Fuck that. There's no argument anymore. Godzilla smashed that ass.
Round one, Godzilla. Round two.
And don't get me wrong, I love King Kong, dude. I really do. Like, I'm a fan. But at the same time,
they had to scale him up to that.
They had to scale him up. They had to give that nigga a weapon. If it had not been for the,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That weapon was good for that, but still.
Okay.
They had to scale.
We'll circle back to that. But, okay. So, Godzilla. So, the thing about Godzilla is like, he was like this indestructible entity. No matter what weapons you threw at him. I remember the movies, they would throw like nukes at him and shit. You know what I'm saying? And Godzilla would always come out unfazed. Matter of fact, the radiation would 9 times out of 10 wind up fucking making him stronger. He was just one of those characters where there was really, like, you might slow him down, but you never really gonna stop him. You know what I'm saying? He's just, and I like that in these movies, that because they play up that aspect when Godzilla first jumped in. Well, here, I'll tell you what. Give me some of the backstory.
All right, now, Godzilla. The origins of Godzilla started out in 1955. Directed by I'm going to slaughter this name. I'm just going to put it out. Ishiro Honda.
Close enough.
Yeah, close. The whole character of Godzilla was based off of Hiroshima. When Americans dropped the nukes.
Right.
So he's a killer monster.
So this director want to like kind of portray that. So he created this character off of just the nuclear war or just war in period.
Right.
So the character Godzilla was created off that. And from there, he did what Godzilla King of Monsters in 1956, King Kong versus Godzilla, which we're going to be talking about.
1956, really?
Yes, and that was King Kong versus Godzilla, what we're going to be talking about in 1962.
The original, yeah.
Yes, the original. If you want to see these, if you want to actually get the lore and all that, these are the characters. This is where it's based off of. And what the Mothra versus Godzilla. We're not gonna talk about Mothra, but that's 1964. Ghidorah, what we're gonna be talking about later on, and that was 1964 as well. And then Invasion of Astro Monster, which this one I probably have not seen, but that came out in '65. But this is all made by the same director, Honda. I'm slaughtering the man. But there are different directors that did different Godzillas. So, excuse me. To just get back to where present day, we're going to be talking about the movie with the 2014 all the way up.
I remember one back in my day when I was a teenager in the 80s and shit.
What, 85?
In the 80s, something like that, yeah. What was that one called?
That one I kind of hated. But
Godzilla 1985.
I hated that freaking movie.
That's what it was.
Man, yeah, that was an attempt, for them to try to revive the series.
But it wasn't.
I mean, okay, if I'm being honest, as a fan, as somebody who just digs Godzilla, I liked it. I mean, it wasn't the worst Godzilla movie I've ever seen, honestly. Okay, and we was having a bit of a discussion before. The Matthew Broderick Godzilla.
Oh, Zilla? No, don't say Godzilla. Zilla.
Okay, Godzilla, whatever, man.
No, Zilla.
So that Godzilla movie. All right, here's the thing. The movie itself, honestly, was trash. I totally think it was a bad movie. It really took the concept of Godzilla in directions that it just didn't need to go. But okay, whatever. The one thing that I will give that Godzilla, the one thing, is the fucking Godzilla, that version of Godzilla looked cool as shit.
Hell yeah, I like that movie.
Fuck that movie.
That Godzilla
was cool.
That Godzilla was fucking cool looking, man. I can't even lie, dude. I was just like,
yeah, we should have a picture of that one.
you know what? And I started to look one up.
No, fuck that movie. I hate that fucking movie.
I thought it was cool.
I hate
one. They made the Godzilla she-male.
They made Godzilla an hermaphrodite because he's one of a kind. That makes sense.
No,
it does make sense.
We don't know what the fuck Godzilla was.
Right, and it had never been addressed before. They just addressed it.
Right.
In a wrong way. It addressed it in the wrong way.
I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion, man. I didn't like the movie just because the story had a lot of holes in it. Yeah. But ultimately, I was okay-ish with what they tried to do with the story. With Godzilla, I was all right with that because the look of the monster was cool. I really dug it. I
didn't even like the look of
why it was there. It wasn't there to really harm.
What they tried to do is they tried to ground it in reality. Is what they tried to do. Just like Marvel did with all of their characters and all of that stuff. How some things are pared down because they're trying to make it more relatable to just everyday people.
Not with Godzilla, no.
But no, I mean, okay, agree or disagree. They tried it.
Disagree.
You could think it didn't work, and I agree that in a very real way it didn't work, but I still found it acceptable. And that's my humble opinion. But I thought it was a decent attempt. They at least tried to do something innovative.
And the funny thing is, my dad loved that movie.
I liked it too. I thought it was cool. I mean,
I think it was a decent.
I grew up on for me.
Yeah. You could watch it with your kids. It's a little scary, a little. They'll get a little if they're young enough. They'll get a little adrenaline rush while they're watching it, and it'll be cool. No problem. Yeah, it might give them a jump scare or two, and that's cool.
I'll give you that.
Hey, I like Sahara.
I'll give you
that. I thought that movie was fun too.
I never actually watched that movie, man. That was McConaughey, wasn't it? McConaughey, yeah.
Penelope Cruz looking all good and shit.
Oh, Penelope. Ooh, girl.
Yeah, I thought that was, to me, those are the kind of movies like that. They're just fun movies, and you can put them on and clean the house and listen to it. You know what's going on.
Right.
You walk by and shit.
You pause every couple minutes or so and like, oh yeah, that's a cool part. Yeah.
Penelope coming off the beach and shit.
But yeah, so
let's get out the trash and get to the good stuff.
now here's one thing that I will point out just as an interesting note. If you could go to number 8, Godzilla 4.
Size.
That one is the size chart.
Size comparison.
So what that's showing you is that over the years, Godzilla slowly got bigger and bigger and bigger. And so when you get to the modern day version of Godzilla, and surprisingly, he's not the biggest as far as height.
Shin Godzilla is the biggest.
He is the biggest. So he's not the modern day Godzilla is not the biggest as far as height, but I think in overall, just from, and I'm just going purely on a visual sense here, it seems like to me the modern day Godzilla is maybe more massive.
Oh yeah, that boy got girth.
Yeah.
That boy,
he's thick boy. He's thick boy. And fast too, dude.
What's on that there? Is that by years or?
The iterations as far as the years that they came out with Godzilla.
It's giving the height in meters. So starting off.
And then the years that the Godzilla movies that came out.
Yeah.
Making them bigger and bigger and bigger. What's that little one there in the little
That'll
square?
be the original.
White square. Is that them?
That's actually Godzuki.
Oh, okay.
That's supposed to.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like Godzilla
Like
Jr. Yeah, so he's like human size for some reason. So yeah,
the one that's out now. Could you imagine standing in front of this huge? I think it's what, like
350 feet.
Is that what it is? The new one, 300 something feet.
350
it's like
feet.
100 something stories.
it says
building.
it says according to this size chart, 108 meters. I don't know what that translates to.
Around
feet.
350 feet.
300 something feet.
Yeah, so 108 meters. So yeah.
I saw somewhere. When
1 meter is 3.5 feet. So 3.5 feet.
So him's a large boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that part was cool because it's just interesting how over the course of the years they had to kind of side to keep him incredible. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because if he was still just the size of a skyscraper, like back in the day, dude, in the old school movies, Godzilla literally used to walk down the street and he had to like reach out to like hit the buildings. Now Godzilla is bigger than the street, and him just walking down the street destroys the building.
Right. He just fart and it's all over.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when he got that blue smoke.
But he got the good shit. He got the good shit on that.
Okay.
Got the good.
So then, let's talk about my boy King Kong.
That's our boy.
Okay. Now,
64.
if I'm being 100% honest, right? I actually saw King Kong before I saw Godzilla when I was a kid.
You had never saw Godzilla. I think me too.
I saw because I saw the old black and white King Kong. Okay, the old school black and white King Kong. And I remember watching that on TV when I was a kid. Hell, it might have even been a black and white TV. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
only about 80 feet tall, but other than that, yeah.
So I was on board with King. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I was Team King Kong before I was Team Godzilla.
We all were. It's our boy.
And here's the thing. Godzilla was always, King Kong was always a little more relatable to me. And I had to one day try to sit down, and I really wanted to try to figure out what it was. And you know what the best answer I came up with?
What's that?
He's a mammal.
Right, yeah. So I say he's like us.
He's a mammal. And the interesting part, okay, I want you to go.
Lizard brain versus mammal brain.
If you could, Los, go to 10. Go to 10, okay? Now take okay, so take a look at this, okay, y'all. This is not a gorilla, okay? It is an ape, no doubt. But a gorilla specifically has a certain physiology, okay? The gorilla's legs are going to be short, its arms are going to be very long, and it's going to basically walk on all fours with the option to walk on two legs every so often, right? This creature is a bipedal ape.
Yes.
It is not a gorilla. So maybe in the old days, in the original versions of King Kong, as a matter of fact, if you go, hell, to 12 or 13,
either one,
you see that at that point, King Kong was a gorilla. But over the years, he's evolved, I guess you could say, to become this bipedal ape thing that he is. They don't really ever, at least not that I'm aware of it, they don't never, like, none of the movies ever try to assign him like a scientific name.
Yeah, a class to it.
But yeah, he's actually not a gorilla. Like, people, like, the modern version of King Kong.
Oh, he's a big monkey, or he's a gorilla.
He is a large ape of some kind. But he shares a level of it because, I mean, even in the movie they proved it because him and the little girl spoke with each other using sign language.
Right.
You remember? Yes. Yeah. So he's intelligent enough to be able to understand language. You know what I'm saying? So he has some degree of intelligence, and he's just not a gorilla.
Now that one I didn't quite understand. This little tiny girl. When did Kong actually learn sign language, and how can he see to actually do these? It's just me. It's just my thought. How did you learn teach a giant going on starting from 100 foot, going into a 300 foot ape to do sign language? How does he see the dude?
You see, you got them big ass eyes. You can see good.
Okay.
You can see up in you.
All right. Keep going. All right. Continue. It's just my side note. Keep going.
But Kong was just one of those characters, man. I just dug. And then, like, the whole thing with him like, when you get to Skull Island, how he was, like, the protector of the tribe that was there because they worshipped him and all that.
That's
embarrassed. I thought that was cool. He kept the other monsters away from him because he was like, nah, y'all kind of like me, so, I fucks with y'all. So, just don't be assholes about it. Now, I'll keep
every now and again. Just give me a white woman on a pole, and I'm good. Well, no,
because they didn't have no white women. They didn't have no white women.
Well, somebody.
He was digging. He was down for the chocolate. He was down for the brown skins.
It's just when he came across that.
But
vanilla.
then when he saw a blonde, he was like, "Oh, I ain't never had one of those."
That's that vanilla.
Oh shit.
That vanilla.
What's that?
You know what's funny? Total side note. Absolutely total nerd. Vanilla is actually black.
Yes. Like the pod and the seeds.
Yeah. The actual components.
They make it. Everything they make with it is white.
Right.
That's funny, but you're right.
They can't even let us have vanilla, y'all.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going before we get canceled. Let's keep going before we get canceled.
Look, we're going to start having internet problems.
All of a sudden.
Like the recording's going to get corrupted or some shit.
Right.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. It's the same kind of chart.
Yeah, so I wanted to do the same thing for Godzilla that I did for King Kong. I want to do the same thing for King Kong that I did for Godzilla. Sorry. But basically, over the years, there's been different iterations of King Kong being told by different directors, being written by different writers. And, of course, in their versions of the story, he would take on different aspects as far as his actual size. And so I wanted to kind of show that as well. Of course, the modern version of King Kong being the largest that he's ever been. Right.
300 feet.
Yeah, I think this one says
they scaled him up. So.
Oh, actually, it gives his weight in 100
something tons.
Something tons. Yeah, it looks like. But yeah, it kind of goes back. If you start from the right hand side to the left, it kind of goes backwards in time, taking you all the way back to looks like 33, with the original size and how big he was then. So I mean, over the years, because special effects have gotten better, because writers have become more daring, or even just to push the envelope, because of course you can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. Yeah. So you make the monster bigger, you make the explosions bigger, you make everything bigger.
Michael Bay.
Makes it more terrifying. We're already used to,
Michael Bay this shit.
Building size, or like King Kong when he's on a building.
Right.
We're already used to those. Come bigger.
No, yeah,
we become as big as the building. Oh, shit.
You got to be the fucking building now. Now you're doing some shit.
You're scary as fuck.
But yeah, so King Kong, he was one of those monsters who,
relatable.
He just always seemed slightly human. Whereas Godzilla, being reptilian, was of course cold and just kind of direct. Like, you might be able to reason with King Kong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, if you weren't a dick about it, you might survive the encounter.
Just throw him a white woman, he good.
Don't like try to shoot him or throw no grenades at him, and just leave him the fuck alone, and he might let you make it.
Just throw him an occasional white woman, he good.
Okay. So in this movie, essentially what you wind up having is a showdown, because, like I said, in the current universe of what's going on, you have to have an apex
predator
on Earth. So in previous movies, we saw Godzilla reappear when the what were they, the
Mutos.
Mutos. When the Mutos showed up, and Mutos. I know something like that. But when the Mutos showed up,
the damn toes,
and he had to stop them from mating. Godzilla was being a cock block.
Basically, why?
They were just trying to get a little piece, and that was all. But he wound up stopping it, and crushing them and ripping their jaws apart and spitting fire down one of them's neck. Problem with that movie is you only got to see Godzilla in like 5 seconds of it.
I think the total time was Godzilla on screen was less than 10 minutes out the entire movie.
Yeah. So.
And
the last movie?
No, we're talking about the
2014.
The first movie in this most recent series.
And the thing is, one of the best actors that I've come across, Bryan Cranston, died in the first 30, 40 minutes of the movie. The best actor in there you got rid of.
You spent all this money to get Bryan Cranston when Breaking Bad was like the hottest shit right now on TV. So I know you paid him a grip. There's no doubt you paid this man, because he was hot shit then. So you paid this man, and you paid him to play a character that dies in the first 20 minutes of the movie. What?
Well, actually about 30
I mean, whatever. It's still ridiculous.
I'm like, wow. And everybody was like, okay, oh, yeah, we got Breaking Bad up in here. And then it was gone. I'm like,
so what? The movie wasn't about him. It was about Godzilla and King Kong.
Well, that's the problem.
They didn't show it.
But that's the problem. That was the movie where they didn't show Godzilla.
No, this 2014.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't it wasn't King Kong. It was, Godzilla movie. You got a good actor, best actor, you kill him off in the first 20, 30 minutes of the movie. And Godzilla, which is the name of the movie, only has less than 10 minutes of airtime throughout the entire movie.
Ah, man. But, okay. Moving on.
Yeah.
And so you go through those iterations of the movie where I think the second movie, he fights
Ghidorah.
He fights Ghidorah.
King
Ghidorah is king of the monsters, quote unquote, because unlike the rest of the monsters on Earth, because in that movie you had quite a few.
That's the three-headed thing?
Yeah, that's the three-headed thing.
The three-headed dragons.
So you had of course, Earth has a few kaiju, but
kaiju.
Godzilla has basically asserted his dominance over all of them. So Ghidorah came from out of space. He came from someplace else.
Yeah,
and he came trying to conquer Earth, and thinking, you know, I could knock over all the rest of these niggas. So in that confrontation, some of the Earth kaiju decided to go with Ghidorah, like, oh shit, you know, this nigga badass. I'm rolling with you. And Godzilla basically said, nah, motherfuckers, y'all get back in y'all place. So he shut that shit down. He basically wound up killing Ghidorah.
Okay. Basically, he deboed that shit.
So yeah, Godzilla said, nah, y'all not taking my shit. This is my shit. So he killed the 3-headed gold dragon. And what wound up happening is in the current movie, they took Ghidorah. Okay, so Ghidorah was a 3-headed monster, right? So what they wound up doing is they took 2 of his skulls.
No, 1.
2.
No, 1.
2.
Explain.
1 for the pilot, right? Right? Do you agree? 1 for the pilot.
I watched the same movie, but okay, I only saw 1 skull, so I'm like, okay, we see 2 skulls.
The other skull was built into Mechagodzilla. That's why the skulls worked, because Ghidorah. Okay, the story goes is that Ghidorah communicated telepathically. The 3 heads communicated telepathically. So in order, when they tried to build Mechagodzilla, they needed a way to be able to control it remotely. And so what they did is they used the skulls of Ghidorah as a harness for the pilot to be able to, and then they built another skull of Ghidorah into the robot.
Because I'm kind of confused because at the end of that one, didn't when Godzilla did his the atomic, not the atomic breath, but the atomic pulse, didn't 2 of those skulls or 2 of those heads get literally just destroyed? I'm talking about just evaporate.
No, now you're being nitpicky. I'm telling you what the movie.
So 1 of the skulls is in that Mechagodzilla.
1 of the skulls.
I'm just asking a question.
All right, I'm just telling. I'm telling you what the movie says.
The skull can still
fuck the movie.
Like they can still there's something like those things are so powerful that even in death, like some of it is still there where they can telepathically connect to each other. Now,
almost like a Wolverine factor.
This is where they fucked up, because when they were using it, they were using human-made power sources. The problem is that nothing could ever really sustain the machinery. Yeah. It wasn't powerful enough. So the whole point of the movie was that they was going to find the
power source,
the hollow Earth,
the source.
So they were going down. They were going to try to go down into the center of the Earth, which in this world is hollow, and so they wanted to.
It's a beautiful world at that.
They did a good job in portraying the what the center of the Earth would actually like. If you had a hollow Earth, yeah. I think that's what it would look like. You know, they did a good job of portraying like the gravity switching around and all of that kind of stuff. Like
you got your float on the ceiling and your float on the ground.
That's
at the same time.
That scene when the ships was going through, when the that scene when the ships was going through the gravity and the niggas was like, I was like, nah, dude, I don't know if I would want to get on that ride. But
no, that'd be cool to ride.
Oh,
Disney, I want that ride.
If I knew I was gonna make it through and live, then that's one thing. But if like living was a question.
No, I don't know if I'm riding either. Fuck that.
Disney, I want you to make that ride in Disney World.
Now I want to go back to this Mechagodzilla. I noticed something.
Oh, not Mecha.
Okay.
Oh, not Mecha.
I noticed something on this picture.
What you notice?
What you notice?
Up in the left-hand corner, it looks like it says Monarch.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
That's the name of the people who do it. They did them.
Yes. Well, no, actually.
Monarch is more of a. They're following the.
Well, okay. In the current movies, Monarch is like an organization that kind of monitors and tracks what all of the monsters do. But in the movie, oh man, I can't think of that dude's name. The name of his company. He reminded me of Ricardo Montalban. He was remember the rich businessman.
Oh, give me two
seconds. And he was the one who was pushing them to go to the center of the earth. He recruited the one scientist, the dude who was the coward.
He said the dude.
The reason I say that is because of that Monarch thing. That's what's on that Call of Duty that's out right now.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, wait.
And the reason I ask is because in there, that's where you go get your intel. You know,
okay.
And the monsters are. I wanted to go in because I want to see how the monsters look, and they got Godzilla blowing shit up, and King Kong threw a rocket my ass and fucked me up and shit.
Oh yeah.
So okay, so you played. You actually have.
We both played.
Oh, okay. So okay, tell me about it. So what's the game? What is the deal with the monsters?
Well, the thing is, the way they started off, it's pretty much just Call of Duty, but you're going into. It's almost like you're on Skull Island. And you have Godzilla in the corner over here. And you got King Kong here. And you parachute in. Now, you can go to Kong, or you can go to Godzilla.
It's just like you're playing Call of Duty Warzone, except in this Warzone, as you go get intel, there's other motherfuckers there that'll get you too, unless you got a squad that can go do it together.
Yeah, but you can actually
see. You get intel, and every so often, they call it the frenzy, and you're just supposed to shoot at the monster, and everybody's shooting at it, and it stabilizes it for a little while, and you go do some shit, go do some other shit.
You see Kong pick up a rock and shoot shit.
It's pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
I just wanted to see what it was like,
you know, so I was trying to stay away from people. I just want to get to the monster and shit. And I got real close to King Kong. I'm looking up, and then I start walking away, and he looked at me, picked up a rock, and
I little ant.
But that was cool though. And then I went back and looked for Godzilla and was out there. I was in the water, and then something happened. I think somebody shot me as I was shooting up at Godzilla. Somebody shot me. When they showed how I died, somebody had walked up and shot me. I'm like, dude, we're trying to shoot this motherfucker, man.
Man, I wasn't even bothering you.
Yeah, that's how
it's an online, so it's an online, so
it's cool.
But still, it's like seeing King Kong picking up bricks, rocks or whatever, and throwing it in the distance. Let me get the King Kong. Start shooting his face for a brief second, like
fucking fleas.
I didn't get a chance.
You get experience when if it hits it right, it'll light up, give you like 43 points. Or now, if you get him in a certain spot, it gives you like.
I was aiming for his nose, so.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Them little bullets were going in his nose like.
Can you shoot him in the nuts?
If you got you could, but I don't know if it gives you points for it or not. I was trying to see.
I ain't trying to get that close. I ain't trying to get that close.
I would get close. I'd be sniping that nigga in the testicles.
I would tear his little toe up.
If he's like us, that shit gotta hurt too, guys.
Right. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like you could really.
You don't have to hit him with a rocket or something.
Like you could get some major points for it. Like if that counts. You know what I'm saying? Because that requires some marksmanship.
When my little ass, I'll be shooting the little pinky toe.
Yeah.
Nigga, hot.
Like I'm gonna tear your toenail up, nigga.
Tear your foot up. Let's keep going.
Oh.
Getting sidetracked. Sorry, folks.
Now here comes the best part.
Okay, so you have all of this going on where the evil corporation, whose name I can't think of at this point,
Monkey Killer,
is basically trying to create this Mecha Godzilla because essentially they don't want us to be left at the whim of these ultra powerful monsters that now we know exist in the world. So they wanted to create something that could fight back for us.
No, we want to be on top.
Right. So that was the whole point of trying to make
Apex.
This thing.
That was the name of the company.
Apex. That's right. So basically what they did was when they finally got down to the Hollow Earth and they got down there, they magically telemetried up from the core of the Earth schematics to design an ultra powerful power source that they then used to power the monster, right? To power Mechagodzilla. So the problem with that is that because it was made using parts from an actual monster
scale of Godzilla. Well, I think it was like one of the scales of Godzilla.
No, it was the skull of Ghidorah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm jumping a bit.
Yeah, it's the skull of Ghidorah. So the when they charged it up with this primal energy from the Hollow Earth source, it basically brought the thing to life, and so it became like it was a machine, yes, but it became aware, and I think it killed the pilot, and it wound up just taking control and going off on its own, and it really wanted to kill Godzilla and King Kong. And
actually, I kind of like the way they did this one, because in the old Godzilla films, they actually did have a Mecha Ghidorah with all three heads. One of the heads was decapitated, but humans pretty much made a Mecha Ghidorah. But yeah, it's.
I don't think I saw that one.
But it's the storyline was just cheesy as hell. So, but they did that one, and they also did one of the original Godzilla, Mecha Godzillas. In the beginning of the episode, I won't say episode or whatever. It looks like Godzilla, but it came to a point where it came across Godzilla and kind of scratched it, and you can see the metallic behind the fake skin.
Yeah, I remember the original Mega Godzilla. They made it look like Godzilla at first, but then I think didn't Godzilla wind up burning the fake skin off?
Yeah, and then you saw the true Mecha Godzilla. Now I love that the way they did this one.
That's when he had the missiles for fingers. Remember that? the fucking missiles that shot out of the fingertips. That was funny. Like, dude.
Before we run out of time, let's get into these fight scenes.
All right, cool.
Go ahead.
So, okay.
I ain't gonna fuck with you.
So, I think we are probably down to number 20. Am I right? Okay. See, Los, that's why you my boy. No. Nah, but Los keep it tight, man.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So, of course, obviously, this is, Godzilla and King Kong really going at it. I got to give it to them. They did make that fight fun because, especially the punches that King Kong was throwing. Like,
haymakers, baby.
There was some power behind those punches. You felt it. They really did a good job of conveying, like, the strength of these creatures, especially as far as, like, them destroying the buildings. Like, dude, I mean...
Jumping from ship to ship.
I feel bad for the people who live there, but goddamn, okay, these niggas had to brawl that shit out somewhere, and it just so happened to be in your front yard.
And when that damn siren went off and you didn't leave, that's no problem.
Well, you have to think about it.
You know there's a monster fighting in your backyard. Get the fuck out of your house about to
But you know...
How fast can you move?
But
as soon as you know it's coming, you got to go.
But part of the whole reason why, like I think Bobby touched on it earlier, is that the reason that these movies exist is because Japan actually did experience an apocalypse because we bombed their asses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about a post-apocalyptic society, that is Japan currently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Godzilla is the literal embodiment of that.
Why we gotta say we bombed their asses?
We did.
Because we did.
They bombed up. Well, they attacked us.
Okay, whatever. But what we did was just...
That was uncalled for. That was uncalled for.
Dude, honestly, that shit was... I mean, it was way too much.
Yeah,
but it was a way of saying, don't fuck with us, please.
Right. That was America basically showing how ruthless it could be.
Yeah.
But if you think about that, that's the beginning of the nuclear age. So
true,
at that point,
true. And originally that's how Godzilla was created.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're lung over there.
Lo, she's supposed to breathe in between puffs. She's
breathe
in between puffs, brother.
Breathe.
Okay. So then on 21, what we got? Oh shit. That's still Godzilla, of course, and King Kong. But in that one, you can see, of course, Godzilla's kind of powering up. So his back is starting to glow with that blue energy, And, I mean, I don't care who you are. That's just a cool-ass looking shot. Anything when it's charging up from Goku in Dragon Ball all the way up to something like Godzilla. When you start hearing that,
that's a big part.
Right. And then
hell out the way.
Number 22.
Back in the day.
This was Mechagodzilla fighting Godzilla. So this was them two going at it. Now I gotta give it to Mechagodzilla, and this is actually you can tell that it's after he was taken over by the soul of Ghidorah, if you want to call it that. The spirit of Ghidorah, because originally when he was under human control, his energy, like the places where he's glowed blue. But then once once that primal energy got into him, it turned red, and his attacks and beam attacks. I was about to say breath attacks, but he's not. He's a machine.
Oh,
so
no,
it's a beam attack.
Well, actually, that was a more plasma attack.
Makes more sense. Yes, I will go with that. So what I did was I found a cool picture of Godzilla fighting Mechagodzilla, and then I found a cool picture of King Kong fighting Mechagodzilla. Because that one I thought was just cool because it looked like, okay, I'm gonna grab your arm and then kick your head.
I know, right?
That's just a cool ass looking shot. So I thought that one was pretty cool. Now,
a good redemption for Kong. That's good.
I'm gonna say this, and I've already touched on it. Godzilla whooped that ass.
Oh yeah,
Godzilla whooped that ass.
All three
and
rounds.
if it hadn't been for the fact that Mechagodzilla showed up, and then the two of them had to work together to stop him, Godzilla would have fricasseed that nigga. Godzilla was finna light him up. So let's end this discussion. There's no more debate.
I'm ripping your mouth, and nigga, remember this shit?
It's not a question mark anymore. We know who would win in a fight between Godzilla and King Kong, and Godzilla smashed that ass. Okay, that's just what it is. Just like America dropping those bombs on Japan, Godzilla came in and dropped the bomb on King Kong.
Here's one thing. I actually didn't notice it at first, but I did notice the fucking size difference between Godzilla and Mechagodzilla. I was like, oh crap, it's like, ooh, this like.
Because Mechagodzilla was basically like a skeleton compared to.
But the little size difference. I'm like, oh, this nigga's actually towering over Godzilla. Yeah, that's how big.
But Godzilla's
we're American, so.
But Godzilla's kind of hunched. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, even when they stood up, I'm like, oh no, yeah, we American, we gotta do it big, so we did it big.
But they did the whole like team up fight thing, and then what Godzilla charged his axe up with primal power, and he had to go ham on Mechagodzilla.
Oh, actually, I did kind of like that one.
Dude, I give it to them. They did a satisfying job.
They actually gave it to Kong to actually come out with the.
I mean, but like, you needed a weapon, and we know Godzilla ain't wielding no weapons. No. You needed to be able to cut that machinery up, to really stop him, and so that made sense in a certain light. I don't get why Kong got to have a weapon when.
Well, he being.
But okay. I'll say this because Godzilla has the breath. You know what I'm saying? He can.
So you gotta kind of even it out. So.
I guess, yeah. Okay, sure. Still,
a monkey with a stick versus 5.
Godzilla beat that ass. I love King Kong, but Godzilla beat that ass.
Yeah,
but
I'm not gonna lie.
They gave the ultimate win over Mechagodzilla to King Kong, and so when he wound up using his charged up axe to chop that motherfucker up, he literally cut him up into pieces. What you see on number 24 is that he's holding up Mechagodzilla's head after he's ripped it off the body.
That's calm. That's just calm.
And the cool part is in the movie they made the oil dripping from the mechanical body like blood. It was splashing all around and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool.
But overall, beautiful movie. If you just want to see giant monsters F themselves up, this would be a good ending to this one.
It is giant monsters fighting.
Right? That's pretty much what it is.
And with the bare minimum of people.
And that was the thing that ultimately you could say what you want. Yeah, the story has holes in it. Yeah, some parts of it make absolutely no sense. Totally on board with you. Not going to argue those points. But when you want to see giant monsters fighting,
that's all I wanted to see.
They gave you that.
Right.
And that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see giant monsters fighting, and they gave me fucking giant monsters fighting. And hey, I am not mad at it because you made it look good. You made me enjoy the fights. You made me look at it and go, okay, I know it'd be terrifying, but I kind of want to see this in real life.
Yeah, because with the 2014 through the Ghidorah, from the first movie where you barely got Godzilla and just pretty much just people, to the second movie with Ghidorah, we got a little bit more monsters, but still more people. But everything was in the dark, so it was kind of hard to see. On the third one, King Kong versus Godzilla, they delivered what I wanted to see: monsters fighting with barely little people. I don't want to see people. I just want to see monsters fighting. This is what I grew up with.
That's what you got.
And even when the parts where there was people, they usually kept the people around the monsters.
Yeah.
So yes,
that works. That works.
But
we got time, folks.
Ultimately, man, I enjoyed it. I really thought it was a good movie. Like I said, if go into it with realistic expectations, you're not finna get Shakespeare. That's not what this is. You're gonna get a good action movie, some stuff you can enjoy. Like I said, you can sit back and watch this with your kids. To me, I don't even consider it violence because nothing in it is really humans. Right. It's just
monsters fighting.
Yeah, it's just monsters fighting. So you can sit back and watch this with your kids. Hell, I might sit back and watch it with my grandkids. My grandson might think Godzilla's a little too scary, but who knows? We'll get a shot.
And if you want to actually go back into Godzilla or King Kong lore, you can always just type in Godzilla, King Kong.
A lot of the old movies, a lot of the old movies are on YouTube and free to watch.
Yeah,
so we were just watching.
We watching one.
While as we filming this, we got them playing in the background. So yeah, please go on YouTube, man. Look up those old school movies. Hey, and if you go and you look up some of these old school movies on YouTube, let us know in the comments which ones you're watching. We'd be interested to know which ones you actually took a look at, because we've watched, getting ready for this at least, we've watched probably about like 2 or 3 of them already, and it's like, dude, the nostalgia
alone
is crazy. So yeah, leave a comment down below. Let us know. Matter of fact, let us know what's your favorite monster movie from back in the day. You might not be a fan of Godzilla. You might be a fan of Gamera like me. You might be a fan of King Kong.
Gamera, that's a whole nother,
who's your favorite big monster from back in the day? So let us know in the comments, man. Check us out on our website if you want to know what's coming up. www.thedailysmoke.com, and that's THA dailysmoke.com. If you do want to donate, like I said,
$,
Boy Los. And you can even put, when you put it in the Cash App, you could put for Los's birthday. We totally appreciate it.
Elon Musk, we need you.
Why you keep bringing up Elon Musk?
You know what I'm saying?
Because
he don't give a fuck about us.
He's going to be on the show, goddamn. We're going to be on Mars. Yeah, he's going to be watching on Mars.
Okay. All right, Bob. Because you said so. All right. So,
we'll be the first podcast
Cash App
on
is
Mars.
$TD Smoke. Please check it out. And if you can't, donate anything, that's fine. Hit like, hit share, hit subscribe, and keep watching. Because ultimately, we want to keep you here, keep you entertained. Let us know what you might want to talk about.
Yes.
Go to the website and please give us a shout out. We love your feedback and we appreciate you letting us know what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong.
Right, and like it says there too, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. The Daily Smoke, we're on there too.
And you can connect all of those through our website. So please go check it out. So thank y'all for joining us once again for another smoke session. I'm your boy, Brother Jam.
I'm boy Black Hand.
Brother Los on the cam.
We are the Daily Smoke. Thank you for joining us for a smoke session. We are out. Peace.
Smoke session forever.